All right, let's go ahead and give this scene a name. So I'm just going to go to scenes, call this Pumpkin Run. Okay. Now what we want to do is make our pumpkin guy have the ability to fire bullets. So first thing I want to do, scene objects, sprite, pistol, and I'm going to go 64 by 64. And I'm just going to make a simple oh, I'm going to rotate this. And I'll move it back. And maybe I'll make this a little bit darker. All right. Oh, I didn't name it. I'm going to name it gun. Apply. And I'm going to bring this over here. Now I want to give my gun the ability to fire a weapon. So what I want to do is open up my hero. And I'm going to go to points. And I'm going to add a new point called gun. So add point. And I'm calling it gun. And I want to move this point to where I want my gun to be attached. Right, so I'm just moving this to where I want my gun to be attached. Hit apply. All right, now I'm going to apply again. Open up my gun. And I'm going to edit the points on this. Now check it out. Right now my origin is up here. I want my origin to be down here. And I want my center point to be in the middle here. So my center point is where the gun is going to rotate. And I would suggest messing around with these a little bit just so you see what they do. All right. Well, you know what? Let me edit this real quick. Make it match. There we go. Okay. Apply it. Go to my event sheet. And I'm going to create a new group and call this group gun. And I'm going to add a new event. And I want this to be all the time. So I'm leaving the condition blank. And I'm going to go action. position of my gun. Right, so what I'm doing here is I'm saying, all right, I want this gun to always be at this position, right? That's all I'm saying here. And what I want to do is attach this to the position I set on my pumpkin. Here, right? So this point where it says gun, that's where I want to set it. So here we go. Set 2. And the position I want it to be at is hero dot point X parenthesis quote gun quote close it off. So all I'm saying is I want my gun point on the hero X position. That's all I'm doing here. And then I'm going to do the same thing, but make it the Y position. Right, so all I'm doing is attaching this gun to the hero's X and Y position of the gun point. That's all that's happening here. Apply it. Let's preview it. And now it's there. All right, let's give it the ability to rotate. New events. Action. Gun. Rotate. Rotate towards a position. And the position I want is I want it to rotate towards my cursor, so wherever the cursor is. So on my X position, it would be cursor X, because it's the X position, and then parentheses. And then the same thing with the Y. Cursor Y, close it off. And I'm going to have it at 0, so it's immediately. Hit OK. And preview it. And now you can see it rotates wherever my cursor is going. All right, time to make a bullet. New object, sprite. We'll call this bullet. Create with Piskel. 64 by 64. And now I'm just going to make some like pumpkin guts, because it's all it has inside of them is pumpkin seeds and mush. Throw some orange in there. Some lighter orange. Maybe a little bit of reddish orange. And then just a hint of green. It looks more like pumpkin barf, but whatever. Okay, so I've got my bullet. Apply it. Now let's go ahead and open up our gun again and go to behaviors, and we're going to add the behavior called fire bullets. Fire bullet. And you can play with all of these when you want, but not right now. Apply. Okay, here we go. So what we're going to do is create a new event, and we want this to happen all the time. And what we want to do is fire bullets toward an angle. Our object is the gun. Fire bullets towards an angle. Select our bullet object, which is bullet. And then, what are we doing here? That's it for right now. Yeah, that's it for right now. Okay, so we have these blank, and that's fine. Now let's go back, open up our gun. And check out our points. And now what we need to do is create a new point where our bullet is going to spawn. So add point. And I'm calling this bullet point. And I want it to spawn right here. All right, so now I've created the spot where I want that bullet to come out of. Apply it. All right, let's get back to our fire bullets. Open it up. And what we're going to do now is build an expression. So I'm just going to click here. And let's type in point. And what we want to get to is X position of point. Where is that? X position of point. And the object we want is our gun. And the point is our bullet point, right? So we're setting the X position and the Y position to the point on our gun point. Apply. And then do the same for the Y. And I'm just going to copy this and paste this. And the angle of the bullet we want is the same angle as the gun, right? Because the gun's going to rotate. So gun dot angle, and then close it. And we do a speed of 100. You can change this to whatever you want, but this is what I'm going to use for right now. So again, all I'm saying is I want the bullet to be created at the X and Y position of the bullet point that we created in our gun, and it's going to fire at whatever angle the gun is at a speed of 100. Hit OK. All right. Now, we built the firing the bullet, and now we need to give it the way to fire the bullet. So our condition is going to be mouse button released. And it's going to be our left button. Hit OK. Let's preview this. And it's shooting, but it's totally off, right? It's totally off. And check it out. These are just going to be going forever and ever and ever. So the more that I shoot out here, the more memory it's going to be taken up. So let's fix that right now. All right, so what happened is I've got my gun points, right? But in my bullet, my origin is up here, and my middle is over here. Our center's over here. So I need them to match up with the gun so that hopefully it does it. Let's see. There we go. All right. So again, we just have to make sure that the gun and the bullet's center and origin match up. And that is that. Next, right now when we shoot these bullets, again, they're going on forever. So it's just going to slow your performance down. So what we want to do is have them delete after a certain distance. So let's do that real quick. Okay, new events. And let's go distance between two objects. All right, so the first object is going to be our hero, and the second object is going to be our bullet. And let's go ahead and make our distance 600. And I'm going to invert this condition, right? So the distance between the bullet and the hero is not below 600, so it's more than 600. I want it to delete the bullet. Okay, let's check it out. And hopefully it stops eventually. There we go. So you can see it stops. So it will not go on forever. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and open up our bad guy. And I'm going to copy this bad guy. Add animation. And I'm going to call this dead guy. Create with Piskel. Paste it. .64 by 64. And I'm going to duplicate, rotate, duplicate, rotate, duplicate, rotate, duplicate, rotate, duplicate, And then maybe I will cut that, create new level, paste it, and just move it down. Duplicate, move it down. Duplicate. All right, so he's gonna spin and then just smoosh down. All right, let's go ahead and give the bad guy the health behavior. Behavior, add behavior, health. And we will start our health at 5 and give it a max health of 5. Apply. So now the bad guy has a health of 5. Okie dokie. Let's go to our events, add a new event. So now when the bullet collides with the bad guy, okay, let's apply damage. So we're going to apply damage to the bad guy, and it's going to be 1. So each time we hit the bad guy, it's going to take 1 point off the damage. And then we want to delete the bullet. Okay. Bullet hits the bad guy, applies 1 point of damage to the bad guy, and we've already given the bad guy 5 points to start off with, and then it deletes the bullet. And then let's do a new event. And the condition, bad guy is dead. Hey. Oh, there we go, is dead. Okay, so all we're saying is the bad guy is at 0 health. Okay, bad guy is dead. We want to change the animation. Ooh, what did I name the animation? Dead guy, okay. All right, bad guy is dead. Change the animation. By name, bad guy to dead guy. All right, so bad guy is dead. Change the animation of bad guy to dead guy. Then let's wait. Just wait 1 second. And then delete bad guy. Right, and the reason we're doing the wait is so that it'll play this animation first. Let's try it out. One, two, 1. if I can hit this guy. 2, 3, 4. That was weird. Let's start that again. It seemed like it wasn't 5. Okay, there's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. And there's 5. Okay, it does work. Cool. So that